So one of the common questions or like points of pushback that I'll get when I talk about Spotify is like, oh, why would I spend on a playlisting or an ad campaign to drive these streams on Spotify? Because I know that Spotify is paying like 0.003 cents a stream and I'm just not going to make the money back. So how do you go from like building the audience and on streaming platforms like Spotify to actually like making a living being one of those full-time artists?
So I mean, obviously we've heard that objection over the
Yeah, I
years.
imagine.
And unless you have a specific strategy for just streaming, it's
Yeah.
not designed to be your total income. So that'd be like me saying, I have this website and I expect Google display ads to pay all of my revenue and all of my employees at the company. That'd be absurd. Like that is not the end goal. The end goal is to have your own products and services, whether that be your concerts, your merch, whatever products and services you want to give at your concerts, partnering with food vendors and all that stuff. Like all of that can be your business. And I didn't mention like probably 5 or 10 other products and services that you can do. So would I spend $100 on Google ads and then only put up display ads on my website and expect that that's going to make my money back? No, I wouldn't. I would have all the other things in place, my own sales funnel as a musician. There's people making custom songs for people for their birthdays and holidays, anniversaries, and there's a bunch of things that people have done. Making custom sound packs if you're a producer or you're a violinist or whatever. Like there's a bunch of ways that you can make money off of it, and you can both have the income coming in, like it still is income from those streams coming in, and then on top of that it's social proof. So using that as social proof to sell all those other services. If you have an active Spotify with so many followers and you're consistently getting on Release Radar, good numbers on Release Radar playlists and radio, that's a parlay into all the other things I talked about. And then if you even want to sell some of your shares in your songs, there's platforms where you can do that now too. Like there's investors who like song royalties that can prove that you have a good system of getting consistent plays. So that's why knowing your numbers, I'm tying everything together, knowing your numbers on what a Spotify for Artists like, so that you can consistently bring that result. Then you have proof of concept. If you want to sell a percentage of your royalties for certain songs, not your whole catalog, you can do it for certain songs and then raise money so that you can be full-time as an artist. That's one thing you can do. If you want to use some of that social proof stat whenever you're selling your merch on your website, or like people, nothing draws a crowd like a crowd. If there's a crowd on the street,
Yeah.
and you just see a big crowd, you're like, oh, what is this? Like I want to go
Right.
see it. So if you already have a crowd, then use that to sell everything else I just talked about. It works.